Hello everybody, Lucarios here, and welcome to week 1 of IHops. New league going on here. Couple of things. So I'm away currently, so I'm in a slightly different setup, so the audio might sound a bit janky. I don't actually have paper to write the notes on like I usually do in matches, so I have to try and do a bit more of it by memory. And then also you're gonna have to deal with just you say run being in the background the entire time because none of the music wants to play even though I'm connected to Wi-Fi, because some of it just isn't downloaded for some reason. Like that playlist isn't downloaded that I use for background music, which, I'm connected to Wi-Fi, so I don't know why it isn't working. It just isn't. So you're gonna have to deal with just you say run being here, which there are worse songs for it to have just been. So we're going up against Adrian and the Miami Mimikyus, which I don't even know if this is going to be able to be a live commentary game. It may have to be post-com, depending on when I get to play this on. So yeah, that's the thing. It's a weird team that he's got here. As you can see, he's undervalued by 14 points and has a load of like low point mons, where like he could have picked up some really good stuff and made a really good team out of this. But as it is, he's pretty much only got 6 mons. So it's a very strange one. But I brought some cool stuff this week. I've already from one team build. I really like how this team functions in terms of the creativity I can put into it and the stuff I can do with different mons. So hopefully this is going to be a really good season for me. With this team, I think I could do really well with this team. So getting into Adrian's team and what I think he's going to bring, I think what he brings is pretty obvious, but starting off, Mega Glade is incredible in so many ways. It's got great natural bulk. It has great speed tier at 110. Sword stance, it has priority with like Shadow Sneak and stuff, although my Psychic Terrain stops that. So that's always really nice. And then Psychic plus fighting as stab coverage is just really strong. It gets all the punch moves, so it can Ice Punch into Garchomp, for example, in this matchup and do stuff like that. But he does run into Moveslot Syndrome here. If he wants to run setup, he has to only run one coverage move. He probably foregoes priority in any way, but he probably runs Ice Punch, I'd imagine, in this matchup. Does he run Knockoff? I don't know. He could run Knockoff. He could forego the Psychic move as coverage. He could do that as well. I can see him doing that. So there's a couple of different ways he could take this for sure. That are all very interesting. Celesteela I've just used in TEC, and this thing is a monster. It's really tough to break. You have to make sure you have things on your team that break Celesteela, because otherwise it can just sit there and stall you out with Leaf Seed. So I've made sure that, one, I have something which outstalls it, and two, I have multiple things that can just beat it if when I need them to. So that's really important there. Here comes Celesteela. Tyranitar is a sand setter for him, and you'll see the next kind of the team here where it is a sand team. And Tyranitar is just a massive threat. Like as I discovered last season in TEC, like Choice Band of Tyranitar actually has very few switch-ins because Rock isn't resisted by that many types. So if you have like a Steel type that is weak, is like I had a Celesteela, and that doesn't switch into the Rock type move as well at all. So that's kind of a difficult situation to put yourself in there. Hopefully Mega Aggron's actually a really good check to it, but it can obviously run stuff like Fire Blast and Ice Beam in this matchup, which I really wouldn't be surprised to see him do, considering how physical his team is. Bringing kind of special mix-ups with the T-Tar is something you'll probably do quite a bit this season, I'd imagine. Dracovish I finally actually have good responses to, but it's basically just Vicious Rend as a move, but in this matchup he can actually do some other things, like Outrage could be quite good if he gets rid of Lele. You can go for stuff like Psychic Fangs and stuff like that, or Super Fang, who wants to into like Mega Aggron. Stuff like that could be really effective for him here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him bring kind of a more utility focus, not utility focused Dracovish, but in terms of like a slightly different kind of Dracovish. Florges are actually paired with Celesteela on that TEC team, so I kind of know how that works as a pairing. And having played a Lele in that season, I know how difficult it is to prep for Lele with the combination of those two. So that's something that's something where it's like the more league you play and the more you understand matchups. And having used a team with a similar defensive structure to Adrian's in TC against a Lele, I know what I can do with Lele. I know what prep my Lele forces, and that's really helped me in terms of how I'm going to try and break down this team 100%. It's pretty cool. But Florges is just bulky Wish Passer, Cleric, really good special defense. So that's where you want to make sure you're attacking it on the physical side. Pretty standard there. And the next control was another Sand Sweeper. Another thing I forgot to mention about Dracovish. I have to definitely run counts and try and work out damage to him, find out whether he's Strong Jaw or whether he's a sand rush to take advantage of that sand, and very fast Dracovish on the sand is very, very scary, as is really fast Excadrill, although slightly less so because Excadrill either doesn't have the damage output to really hurt stuff like Aggron or hurt Vaporeon or hurt Gourgeist at all, without a choice banded item, or he runs like Shadow Claw for Gourgeist and stuff, in which case Vaporeon checks it nicely, or he runs choice band and he has to lock himself into a move, so either he locks himself into Earthquake and then I just get to go Zapdos afterwards and hit him, or he locks himself into Iron Head and then I just get to go Vaporeon or Aggron and 100% take that hit really, really well if he is banded, or maybe he's Scarfed Sandfall or something like that. Both pretty effective. His team is very fast under sand, so that's something to keep in mind. I didn't try and run too much speed on stuff because I'm better off trying to defensively counter that stuff rather than trying to offensively do something with it, because that's kind of a riskier strategy against a team like this. I'll talk about Bulbasaur last because it's the thing that I'm most confused by, but Sceptile is very, very fast at 120 base speed. It's the fastest thing in his team, and it can do really well. I just think he'll see Mega Aggron, he'll go, yeah, I never have a matchup here. He'll see like stuff like Zapdos, which is just going to destroy it, stuff like Gourgeist, which walls it, Weezing, Galarian Weezing walls it, Alolan Muck walls it, like it really does not have a matchup here, so I'd be very, very surprised if Sceptile comes, especially since the top 6 all have decent matchups against me, like nothing is bad there at all, because Mega Gallade is obviously always good. Celesteela, he has to bring Celesteela and Florges. Excadrill can do really, really well under sand in the right conditions. Dracovish can be really, really strong in the right conditions as well. And then T-Tar can run some good utility to try and do with my Mons. So I see no reason why he doesn't bring any of those 6. Muck is just a bulky poison, which you could maybe try and bring to try and check Zapdos, but then Brave Bird will 2-shot it. So not sure how likely that one is. It also just gets blocked by Lele and Garchomp. So I'm not too sure about that one. The one thing of the bottom 4 that is somewhat useful here is Pikachu, because you can run like it gets some fighting move, which could be good against Aggron and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be massively surprised to see that, but I'd be happy with it because it means that something that is a bigger threat isn't coming to the game pretty much. And I have things that do just beat Pikachu 100%, such as Garchomp. Although like Pikachu gets stupid coverage, it gets stuff like Player Buff, so have to be careful switching into it for sure. Like Aggron just comes in every time pretty much, or Gourgeist can come in and stuff like that. I mean, 60 brings is pretty obvious. It's going to be that top 6 under most circumstances to this one. I could see him bring Sceptile and Muck a fair amount this season, but this is not the matchup for either of them, especially Sceptile. So let's get into my team, what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. So starting off with this Garchomp here, with the Life Orb. Rough Skin I have to bring every season because, you know, evasion abilities are banned. Sand actually goes up here, so I need to make sure I'm not Sand Veil because that is 100% cheating. We're not doing that. And I've actually got a Swords Dance set with Earthquake, Fire Fang and Scale Shot, and this is here to more commonly break, but it can also sweep in the right scenario as well. And that right scenario is if it's bad to Dracovish, because like Scale Shot, even with 2 hits, will always kill. That will always kill. I get the speed boost and I'm fast and stuff like that. The Mega Gallade, the Sceptile if he brings it, for example, stuff like that. But what this set does is I get to come in on T-Tar probably and threaten, you know, a kill. That's what the Life Orb is there for. It's to guarantee Earthquake as a one-shot on. It's like Spadef T-Tar, so if it's physically defensive, it will live. But like, why would you bring especially defensive here in this matchup? That makes absolutely no sense. Like, you bring especially defensive because it's actually a somewhat decent check to Lele somehow. So you do that, and then I essentially just click Swords Dance on, you know, Celesteela coming in, because Celesteela is a very solid check to Garchomp, and then +2 Fire Fang actually kills Celesteela if it doesn't have Oak Berry, which he's likely to have Oak Berry, I'd imagine, but if he doesn't, that's amazing, and I literally have a 50% roll to kill on Max Defense Steela, which, knowing how I prepped for Lele between Celesteela and Florges, I think he brings more specially defensive Steela to this one. So that means Fire Fang will just kill. Yeah, you might be running, oh, why aren't you running Poison Jab for Florges? Surely that's actually the better play. No, on all variants of Florges, +2 Earthquake is an OHKO anyway, so there was no point doing that because, you know, he's fairly likely, if he wasn't calcing properly or something, to run, you know, Poison Resist Fairy on Florges, thinking, oh yeah, I'll take that hit from Garchomp nicely. Doesn't realise Earthquake actually kills, so actually, under most scenarios, I'm probably better off clicking Earthquake than I am Poison Jab, because I have less chance of being counter-prepped in that scenario. So then Scale Shot can allow me to, 1, it's something that allows me to OHKO Dracovish, which I think is important. 2, I can boost my speed and then be faster than Glade and I kill Glade and stuff. So That's really, really nice. I wouldn't go faster than like drill, and I might be faster than fish under sand if it's adamant, but I won't be faster than drill under sand. I can't imagine that being a thing. The nice thing about Garchomp speed set at 102 is that actually I can run adamant here and still be faster than extra drill outside of sand or non-scarfed drill. I outspeed it by 1 point at max speed adamant here, so that's really, really cool. Scarfed Lele is here, and the speed allows me to always be faster than Scarfed Excadrill, but the main purpose of this is to be faster than Scarfed Dracovish, which that's always really, really nice. Scarfed Dracovish is always a massive, massive threat because it just kills stuff, so having something that's faster and come in and kind of revenge it or threaten it off a momentum move is always really, really solid. Moonblast isn't quite an OHKO, so I do need a little bit of damage on it for that to work. I like an OHKO actually. It's something I think Psyshock isn't quite an OHKO, but I think Moonblast is. Or it'll be fun or something like that, I don't even know. Psyshock is there because if it's Spadef Florges, it 2-shots. If it's physically defensive Florges, which is more likely because Florges is the better Lele check. Here because it can take Psyshocks, but I mean he doesn't know I'm not going to be like Specs or something. If I bring Specs, then he's completely screwed in terms of being able to switch into it, but I've instead tried to use Garchomp, thing he can't switch into. I'm always going to bring one Scarfer here, he just doesn't know whether it's going to be Garchomp, Lele or Zapdos, which is where this team functions really, really well, because ones aren't locked into certain roles, like they can do so many different things, which is where I think I'm going to be quite successful with this one. And then Psyshock will do a lot to Florges. If it's physically defensive, it takes like up to 46, I think. So that's even going to do a lot there. It can wish in my face or whatever, I don't really care, I might just keep attacking. It's boosted by the Psychic Terrain. Thunderbolt is a similar scenario on Steeler. If it's physically defensive Steeler at 2-shots, the more likely scenario is it's Spadef Steeler and it doesn't quite 2-shot. But again, if I'm Specs, it would have done. So he has to kind of work out that. What I did to play against Lele to try and counter it was I actually ran AV Celesteela with the Celesteela Florges combination, because I literally just didn't swap into Specs Lele otherwise. So he may do something similar. He may just run like Wakamberry on Celesteela. That's an option for him as well. And then Focus Blast is there because it guarantees. Oh, excuse me. Focus Blast is there because it's an OHKO on Excadrill and T-Tar. Moonblast is actually a free shot on T-Tar because of the Spadef boost from Sandstorm. So that's pretty insane, whereas Focus Blast, I believe, kills, and it definitely kills Excadrill, so that's kind of something to keep in mind there. I shouldn't have to click it in this game, but if we get down to a kind of tense late game scenario, it's kind of the Hail Mary move at the end. That's pretty much all there is to say about that set there. My sister nicknamed this, by the way. Fun facts. And we've got Mega Aggron here coming, and this is the dedicated lead, purely because I do not want to have to catch an Earthquake switching in on T-Tar when I'm not Mega Evolved, because I will literally go down to Sturdy off him. So we're making sure I don't do that, so we're going to lead with it, we're going to do that. I've gone Spadef because I have enough defense to just take all the physical hits from stuff like T-Tar anyway. I live a Fisher's Rend, which, like, that's pretty insane. So I've got the Spadef there instead because it allows me to take special hits off the T-Tar a bit better. If he tries to run like Fire Blast and stuff, it means I take like 30% from that, so that's kind of what I was thinking would be a bit nicer there. Body Press is a guaranteed OHKO on T-Tar and Excadrill, which is amazing. It does like 40-50% to Dracovish on the switch in, it does a good chunk to Glade on the switch in, it does so many good things. What this can also do is, this whole matchup for me, this game plan is kind of focused around eliminating Steeler, so I can click Psyshock, or eliminating Steeler in T-Tar, so I can click Psyshock with Lele. That's kind of what I want to try and do, and whether that's with Garchomp Fire Fanging into the Steeler, or with this Aggron set, eliminating it, because essentially his switch into Mega Aggron should always be Celesteela, right? You just get to freely Leech Seed. So my play is to Iron Defense on, because even if I Iron Defense and T-Tar stays in, and he just attacks me again, so what? I just take the hits well after that, unless he crits me. I can Iron Defense on Steeler coming in, and then Body Press as a 2-shot on all variants. That's awesome. Heavy Slam is not quite an OHKO on fully physically defensive Florges. If he's Spadef, then it will. So that's really, really nice, but Florges does absolutely no damage to me, and the fact that I'm Spadef means it does even, like, absolutely zero, basically. And if I get up to +2, I live so many things really, really well. I take less than half from a Fisher's Rend, from Banded Adamant Dracovish. I also take less than 50% from a Banded Adamant Extra Earthquake. Like, this thing is insane sometimes. It really is. And body press will kill all those mons back at that stage. I think Dracovic just lives at +2, but if it's taking any kind of damage, that's really good. As I said, this is mainly here to try and eliminate that Celesteela with that idea, and then once Celesteela's gone, it really frees up Lele to kind of click Psyshock into the floor just coming in. And if he wants to make predictions, then go T-Tar. I can make predictions based on that. We can get into like a really solid position off of that. And then Sunny Day is the last move on there, just in case the sand gets a bit out of hand, and I'm better off clicking Sunny Day. There wasn't really a better fourth move I wanted here. Rocks really aren't that good. Yeah, like rocks don't achieve too much for me here, and I don't know if I'll have an opportunity to really set them up. I'd rather be clicking Iron Defense or Body Press compared to rocks, especially when you've got a very solid hazard remover in Floras that will get turns where it gets to sit there in this game, because it probably will be in against Vaporeon a couple of times. With this Vaporeon here, I have to bring fully physically defensive as my Dracovic check, and this is what Dracovic does. It forces prep, although Vaporeon is a very good matchup anyway. Like, all of his team is very physical, so I can just bring like physically defensive Vaporeon and it can 1v1 something. Whether that's flip turning on stuff to get kind of Zapdos or Garchomp or Lele in, which it does very easily in this matchup. That's really nice. I still get 2-shot by like Banded Outrage, but if he goes for Banded Outrage, I know it's Banded Outrage, I just get to go straight into Lele, and I just get to click buttons with Lele, so it's not the end of the world there. I obviously have Water Absorb, so I don't care about Fisher's Rend. I actually heal off it. I've got the leftovers on there, and then we've got Wish Protect and shenanigans there to kind of heal up Aggron, get stuff like Garchomp in and try and heal them up and try and get into a more offensive position. Flip Turn is great for Engineer because I'm slower than everything on this team, so I can kind of take a hit from Vish. If I know it's like Banded Fisher's Rend, it's just a completely free Flip Turn, because he's not going to stay in, and if he does, he just heals me again. I just get to Flip Turn. And then Scald is just there because it allows me to kind of 1v1 Excadrill pretty nicely, which is something that could get out of hand in this matchup. That's about it. And then the burn chance of Scald is really big as well, because of how physical the team is. Similar reasoning with this Gourgeist here. Fully physically defensive. This is here to check Excadrill and the Mega Glade, which is why I've got the Cobble Barrier. I don't want to get knocked off. He's probably going to run Ice Punch on it anyway, though. But that's kind of, it is what it is. I'd rather have the Cobble Berry to be able to maybe deal with T-Tar as well, going for like a crunch into me, than to deal with that, because Ice Punch is only do like 30% from Mega Glade anyway. He runs like SD, I just Will-O-Wisp it and then Leech Seed it, and I can synthesis off damage. I've gone with Seed Bomb over Poltergeist for a specific reason, and I can't remember what it is, because obviously that's going to do no damage to Celesteela. But then if Celesteela doesn't have a flying move, I just Leech Seed stall it anyway. So that's kind of what that is. I guess it's just to do a bit more damage to the T-Tar and stuff if I need to on the switch in, and in case he runs like no item on something. And also its Poltergeist chance to miss isn't great. I think that was about it, because obviously it'd be good against Mega Glade, Poltergeist. So yeah, that's that. I think you switch that to Poltergeist, you know, because Poltergeist is good. Because I don't have a knock-offer in this one. I'm not knocking off items. I'm not knocking off items, so what reason is there for me to not go Poltergeist? There isn't really one. Is there, like, other than T-Tar, there's nothing that Seed Bomb hits harder, and Poltergeist is going to hit Steeler a bit harder, and it's also going to OK Mega Glade, right? So why wouldn't I do that? Why am I getting so many notifications? I'm going to have to go and look at that in a minute. Poltergeist, yeah. I'll stop with Poltergeist. I think it's slightly better here. Yeah, and then finishing off the team here, we've got Choice Banded, Galarian Zapdos, which is another breaker here for me, along with Garchomp. Brave Bird, Close Combat, U-Turn, and then Drill Peck as the fourth move, just in case I don't want to take Recoil from Brave Bird, and I'm in a position where I can click Drill Peck. That's about where I'm at with that. The speed is there to be faster than Excadrill. He's got a speed gap in the 90s, so I can actually run quite a bit of bulk on this, which allows me to take Excadrill hits fairly well, ironically. So that's kind of where we're at with that. If it's Spadef Florges, I believe Close Combat's actually a 2-shot on it with this spread, which is pretty insane, but obviously I think it's more likely to be physically defensive. He has to play, because he doesn't have a good Zapdos response. What he has to do is he has to play the game between Florges and Steeler of what move I lock myself into. That's kind of what he has to deal with in this one, and then I can just click U-turn and get momentum off all of it, so it's like, it's just a bit of an insane situation. Zapdos is a really solid matchup here. As I said, once I get rid of Steeler, which is hopefully the plan with Garchomp or Aggron, I just get to freely click Brave Bird against a lot of stuff, and it does a lot of damage. Even to like T-Tar, it does a lot of damage. So that's really solid. So there's the team. yeah, hopefully the match goes well. Hopefully it's a good, strong start to the season. I hadn't had the best prep for this one. I've been a bit, yeah, I've had 3 games to play this week, so it is what it is. But hopefully it can go well. I'll see you guys in the battle. Okay, so I got the music working, and he's brought Sceptile and Pikachu, which is interesting. So no Vish, which is honestly fine. Means Vaporeon isn't great. I probably use Vaporeon against like Glade and stuff because it takes a bit of pressure off Gourgeist. Yeah, that's probably what I will do. So that's kind of nice, but yeah. Cool. Okay. My Scale Shot Garchomp is gonna maybe struggle to set up, but it should be good. I'm just gonna check Pikachu doesn't get like an Ice move. I know it gets like Player Off, which is fine. Yeah, no Ice move. Okay, cool. So I'm actually going to use my phone notes for the things here. I'm quite tired, so I'm just going to take it quite slow and try and not make any mistakes, which tends to happen a bit more when I'm quite tired. So I'm going to try not to do that. No Stealer as well, so Garchomp kind of does just two-shot the entire team, low-key. I don't even need to Swords Dance, really. I also just get to freely click. No, I don't get to freely click very bad. I get to freely click moves with Lele and stuff. I actually want to get Sceptile up. It's obviously going to do quite a bit of damage to Garchomp. Yeah. Well, my 5 hang kills. And my Scale Shot does a lot. So Earthquake plus 5 hang kills is what I was trying to find out there. You can also like Acrobatics, so I want to be careful of that. I've got 2 different Zapdoses in this in the calc for some reason. I'm feeling like a Vaporeon lead, just click Flip Turn is kind of good. Although Pikachu lead is probably. Oh no, what am I doing? I always said Aggron lead. Aggron lead was always happening. He will lead Gallade actually, so that's not the greatest situation for me. You can just kind of click a move here, which isn't great. If I Aggron my Mega Evolve against Gallade Mega. Oh, why is it not the Mega? Oh, that's really annoying. It's roughly that. Yeah, I don't want to take that damage. So I'll just go out into Gourgeist here, turn 1. You see Gallade obviously, and he'll Mega Evolve and he'll bulk up. Interesting, okay. That is fine. You see bulk up. So I'm just gonna Will-O-Wisp here. Here, he'll sub, okay. So yeah, this is a good set. This is a good set. I can just Poltergeist here and it always breaks. So that's fine. Yeah. So I'll just keep Poltergeist in case he wants to keep subbing. Just so he can't sub. We'll see Psycho Cut. We'll get Poltergeist off and this won't kill, but it will do quite a lot, yeah. Oh, he camped for the wrong Gourgeist. I wondered why he stayed in there. I'm just gonna poltergeist again. It'll go T-tar, so I almost synthesized, I guess. Synthesized. We see a V on Tyranitar, so that's... Oops, I did not mean to do Tyranitar there. So I think that's actually his way to try and deal with Lele, ironically. If I'm the Scoregeist against Tyranitar, and we know he's AV, because the thing is, I don't want to basically die to Earthquake, is the thing. Oh yeah, his Crunch does like nothing. I'm just going to Synthesis in this thing's face. We'll see Pursuit, so good thing I didn't do that. And we'll just get the... Oh yeah, so I'm just going to stall Sandstorm here, I think. Because it's Pursuit. Which I wouldn't have died there, but... Now I don't have the Colbur. So it's going to do like 23. And Crunch is going to do like 45. And the suit kills if I switch, so I'm just going to Willow. He'll go Pikachu, which will get burned here, so if that's physical, that's really nice. He's maybe doing this to click like knockoff or something. And this is nice because I'm just stalling out turns of Sandstorm here. Nice and careful here. Got Pikachu, it can Volt Switch and do like 30%. I don't want to catch like a Surf. He's going to do a lot. Okay, so this thing never gets anything but a tall threatened score, guys, so I'm just going to hit Leech Seed here. Yeah, so we'll see Nasty Plot, which I'm not too surprised by. It looked like it was some kind of setup set. But even it doesn't get moves that do damage to me, is the thing. It's probably got Thunderbolt, it's probably got like Surf maybe, but it doesn't get anything that threatens Scoregeist. The scariest thing would be like a disarming voice. Which +2 does 27. Like I live anything here. We'll see Draining Kiss, which will almost kill. But I've now stalled out Sandstorm, so that's nice. What's the best play I can make here? Is it to sack Gourgeist? I don't think it is. The Sandstorm makes my recovery hard to get, is the issue. I mean, if Aggron comes in, +2 Surf like kills, basically. I'm gonna go Aggron. And if he surfs, it's a great play. Yeah, he'll kiss again. I guess a crit, which is slightly annoying. Now it's going to be Mega Aggron. And then he does much less damage. And my body press kills. Yeah, he'll sub, so that's fine. So I'm just getting health back off this. That's absolutely fine. Don't know what he predicted there, but it was interesting. Your T-Bolt, which will always kill, but I'll get rid of this. Yeah, Pikachu was very annoying there. Very annoying there. But I don't need Aggron to beat Steeler here, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, the Synthesis not being able to heal me up much there was really annoying. What is Septile? Septile kind of like acrobatics and stuff. I actually think this might be my opportunity to go Zapdos on this. No, not really. Psychic Seed. Okay, that's good to know. Another crit? Oh, stop deleting stuff, you stupid thing. There's something to be aware of. So I just get to Synthesis up here. Unless his acrobatics is going to kill. Which it could. Against Gorgeist. No, it's doing up to 20. We're good. Or is that on Jolly? No, it's on Adamant. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we'll go Forges. This is fine. I'm going to Leech Seed. He'll Moonblast, which will do 42%. Wow. What's the roll on that? Okay, yeah, that can kill from here. It's up to 45, so I'll just be careful with that. Yeah, we'll just go Vaporeon, because Vaporeon isn't the most useful here. Go for Wish. Yeah, this hasn't been a great start to this game. I'm not in a great position here. Not in a great position. Oh, I just get to go Gorgeist for free on this, and I get healed back up. Fine, the Garchomp still puts in a lot of work. He struggles to beat this. Is the thing. We just got Vaporeon versus Forges. Am I slower? Yeah, I should be slower. Okay, cool. That's good. You just keep Moonblasting, which is interesting. Yeah, so he'll wish here. Get the flip turn off. And Garchomp does not kill from here. Yeah. No, 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 no. Or I could just go Lele. Although my Moonblast doesn't do much. I should have wished, realistically. That would have been a really good play here. But not to be. Yeah, I'll go Zapdos because my both bird kills from here. Yeah, it's min 73. Yeah, so he'll just protect here, which is a good play. Let's go back into faith here. This is not going well so far, at all. Yeah, I'll just keep Moonblasting, so I get to just wish here. I just click protect when I get back up. Cool. Cool, Glade will come in, and you know it's bulk up. So I'm fine to take like 50% and then he'll back up off the wish because I kill his Scald here. He'll actually click sub, which is fine. Same thing applies now. I won't flip turn off Scald. Yeah, he'll Drain Punch and get some health back, but he dies to Scald here. Or should at least, yeah. Okay, so Glade will go down. Which was a cool set, because that dealt with Gorgeist quite well. But I've got my pieces on the field. If I can heal Aggron up, it's incredible. Gorgeist just walls it all day, so I have no reason not to do this. What is this? That is something I've never seen come up before, but it has lyrics, so that's the thing. I'm actually just going to Poltergeist here, I think, because he's seen my willingness to click Leech Seed. So I might Poltergeist this time because... Although Florges will just take it anyway. Oh, I've still got Scene Bomb on this set because I imported it earlier. That's funny. Yeah, Poltergeist isn't doing that much anyway. So I'll just leave Seed, he won't stay in. Yeah, he'll go Florges, so I get the Seed off here, which is fine. Let's go back out into Vape here. Which this isn't how I thought I would be using Vape in this matchup, but it's kind of working, so... It's not the end of the world. Special attack is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. He wished last time. I'm gonna wish here. He goes drill? Okay. I live a drill hit, right? With Vicarion? Choice Band. Adamant. 69 max. Yeah, he has to 100% absolutely max roll here. You actually SD, so I like the skull play. Please burn, that would be amazing. Okay. SDs. Nothing he does kills. So it's not Choice Band, it's like... Worst case, it's like Life Orb. And he goes +2 here. In which case that would kill. But Vaporeon... Actually, Vaporeon is kind of useful here. Well, I don't want to get Shadow Clawed with Gorgeist. So I'll just Scald again. Earthquake will kill, so it is Adamant. Yeah, it's Orb, yeah. And it's Adamant, I believe, for that to kill. I don't think Jolly killed that. Oh no, Jolly had a roll. In other news, Garchomp against Sceptile is something that goes in my favour. Because Sceptile doesn't get anything stupid. He does get a Dragon move, to be fair. And if it's like Dragon Claw... I've actually not doing that much yet. So yeah, I'm very free to go into Garchomp here. And my Earthquake basically picks up a kill. So it's SD or... we don't actually know whether it's Adamant or Jolly. If it's Adamant, that definitely killed. If it was Jolly, it was a roll. So T-Tar dies to 2. Unless, no, we saw it was AV earlier. It actually dies to 1. So he'll probably bring Drill back in here, if I had to guess. No, Florges will come in, that makes sense as well. Florges is actually kind of tough for me to beat without... Garchomp actually lives 1 Moonblast, which is huge. I live a Moonblast from here, guaranteed. Let's hold on. Can I count flip turn damage from earlier? Oh, there's so much bloody talk in here that I cannot find it at all. Flip turn did 12% to dodges. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to be... Yeah, it's physical. Which means it doesn't have offense, is the thing. So he can't kill me. But do I die to like... It does 85 max. And then I have a Zapdos which cleans. So yeah, I'm going to Earthquake here. He will live on 6, but he'll actually die to burn if he doesn't wish. He'll Moonblast, and it won't quite kill. I'll die to sand though, and he will also die to sand. I won't die to sand actually. Okay. This beats Drill later. At the same time, I don't want to let Drill SD here, so I'm just going to Earthquake. I don't want Drill to SD. Yes, he'll just Iron Head. Yeah, so Garchomp doing its job there, getting rid of Florges, although Gorgeist will actually get that kill, ironically. Oh, and now that is game actually as well, because the Roadrunner Zapdos gets 2 kills with Brave Bird here, I believe. Although Drill is faster because of sand. Yeah, it is 2 turns of Sandstorm. Yeah, it's really not worth it. I'll just go Gorgeist and Poltergeist. It's not worth risking a flinch here. Not worth risking the flinch. Which he got, see? Good thing I did not risk that. So he'll die to Life Orb here. Poltergeist will fail. Sceptile can do whatever the hell it wants. I'm just gonna... It will SD, yeah, but it's slower than Scarf Zapdos, so it doesn't matter. Acrobatics will get the kill here, that's fine. But then I just go Zapdos. And that's game. Whew, okay. That was a dodgy one. That was a dodgy one. I'm surprised that was faster, actually. Oh no, because I'm banned. I'm not Scarf. I'm stupid. Yeah. So sorry about me not being very responsive commentary-wise. I'm very tired in this one, but not the prettiest of performances. His prep really threw me off there. The Pikachu set was really good. The Sceptile was good as well, to be fair. And then just the sand made it difficult for me against that Pikachu. Like, the way he used the Pikachu was very, very effective. I basically had to trade aggro for Pikachu, which was fine because I didn't need to do the body press stuff, but just about got through it in the end. Sceptile always won at the end as well. Like, that was pretty sketchy. I just did not want to risk the Iron Head flinch, which he then got a flinch that turn, so it was like, not risking that. So that's the thing. Yeah, so props to Adrian. You played actually really well there. But it's a good start. That's all that matters. I got the win in the end, so that's all that matters in the end, and hopefully I can really prep very, very well for next week, because I didn't have a ton of time for this one. So thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.